Evening. It is that time again. That did look like it had dodgy colours, which is slightly concerning. Let's try that again. Okay, now that looks okay. I think that looks alright. Always slightly paranoid owing to the unfortunate nature of this thing to just not do properly, which is tiresome beyond comparison, to be perfectly honest, but you know, strictly speaking, I suppose we just have to live with it and hope for the best each time. But yeah, it's slightly annoying that it's not like just consistently decent. Hello, hello, hello to you. Hello, hilly, hello. No idea why I went Irish there, and sort of racistly Irish as well. But good evening to you. How are you, Mr. Chester Phoenix? How are you? Are you doing well? Are your doings substantial in their doingosity? Or do you fear that your doings are simply not doing as well as they need to be doing? You're good. I'm glad. How am I? I'm doing okay, assuming this doesn't conk out on me in some fashion, which, I don't know, it feels potential, because we've already had a little spot of sort of like, is that dodgy colours, mixed with the fact that, now, granted, I've done a whole thing, I've done a whole Warframe Wednesday, and it's claimed to be unstable, quote unquote unstable, but Twitch is throwing the unstable label. The unstable label! Oh no, not the unstable label! At me, which is concerning. We're probably okay. Right, so we don't want the inn, we don't want that. We don't want Grandia's Cathedral. I think we want the pastures. We want to go to pastures. New pastures are greener than thou. I'm not entirely sure how to get to the pastures. I'm happy that today is the one day of the Smite Worlds that doesn't have any matches on, as otherwise you'd be conflicted. Ah, I see. Who's your favourite Smite? Do you have a favourite Smite team? I mean, I assume you're used to being a football fan, so there's every possibility you have a favoured team. Ah, here we go. This is the little path I was after. The Sunheim Pastures. For what we are after, is that? It just seems particularly loud in the ear. Having turned it down, it now seems reasonable. Oh, bravo you! I know. So yes, we're down to 3 party members because did Elena got kidnapped by the arsehole Pope. Which is a very different Pope to the usual Pope I've seen, which is Pope Gossip III, the gossipy Pope. But yes, I don't know if it's if you heard the question. I'm hoping it's working in a sufficient fashion. But do you have a favourite team? I'm not saying I will have heard of them if you do have a favourite team. Ones I vaguely recall are COG. I do vaguely remember COG. That's about it. So if it's not COG, I see. Back when you started watching in Season 3, you did, but they kind of stopped being a thing a few years ago. I see. That's unfortunate. But yeah, the only one I can name off the top of my head is COG. There's probably a couple of others that you could name that I would recognise, but there's probably numerous, because I've not watched, I don't know precisely when I started watching. In fairness, I was right at the very beginning of Smite, so it wouldn't surprise me if I wasn't there at Season 1 looking at these people, but I can't say it for certain. COG don't have a team anymore. They stopped having a team in Season 3. Oh, well, that confirms that I must have... That very much confirms that I must have been watching Seasons 1/2. Anyway, we're going to save the world, and we're going to save Elena. We're going to the moon! So stupid. I don't know why. To the moon! Just makes me laugh, but it really does. No, oh, that is the ship. I wasn't sure if it was or wasn't the ship. Titan!
What an
vaguely. Fnatic, I'm assuming fanatic, not so much.
Is the root of destruction.
So that's Valmar's moon.
It is. He bent over, flashed his cheeks.
Just plunge it in.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that had a very different meaning. That had an exceptionally different meaning when I just said he bent over and flashed his cheeks. Tio, just stick it in. Obliging, sir. Obliging. You've gone a little bit there with the laughter, haven't you? Yes, indeedy. Right, we've plunged our sword into the backside of Valmar. Nothing lives in this place, only this foul smell. It is still inactive. The revival of Valmar has not yet begun. Don't give a damn. Need to get Alina back. Now. Holy balls. Oh, there's... I was going to say, I could have sworn I'm able to rotate the camera. Unfortunately. I often rotate the camera too much, in fact. Oh, okay, interesting. Space Station Gaming or Renegades? Nope, I have heard of neither. Oh, that's not a path. Fine. I can live with that not being a path, I suppose. That's equally not a path. Ghosts will probably win it. Again, you've managed a third team. I was hoping beyond hope that when I said, name some teams, I might have heard of them. I was actually going to have heard of them, but I suppose the landscape. I'm curious. Well, okay, that's concerning. That's an entire texture gone screwy. Oh, jeez. It's this problem with the whole... I don't know. I suppose maybe I'm just misremembering, and it did have that glitch in the first place. But then, if you're gonna rejigger a game, you get rid of that sort of shit, don't you? But I suppose I'm too naive to think that people would actually give a shit about putting effort into a remaster of, the glorious Grandia's brand new anniversary. You know, why put effort in? Why bother? It's slightly alarming and annoying, but still. Started having a captain by Irafa, who won season 2 and 3. I wonder if that's why. I was going to say the winning season 2 and 3 might be why the name Irafa, which I mean I don't know why I would recognise it, apart from the fact that if I was watching in seasons sort of 1 and 2, maybe he made a name for himself there. But for some bizarre reason, that name does ring a bell. As I say, I'm not 100% convinced of why it rings a bell. It shouldn't, but nonetheless, it sort of does. So, we've got Niar mods. Niar. About it. So they're probably going to have Toss Buddy, which is the little turtle we decided it was. So what we'll do is we'll try and wipe out one of these sort of standing by one. Oh, okay, Burning Sun might be worse. Well, having said that, I suppose the one Tio's attacking... No, okay, we're good. Get rid of it, Mareg. Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, yeah. Oh, I have slightly missed Grandia 2. I mean, in fairness, how many weeks has it been? It's only been 2, isn't it? Because it would have been the first week we decided to do Cthulhu, and then the second week it was New Year. So technically speaking, it has actually only been 2 weeks. Jesus, that's weird. Because yeah, I mean, it can only have been 2 weeks since I played Grandia 2, but it feels... I suppose arguably I can, at this point, I could use the phrase, I mean, it feels like it's been a year! Which is just obnoxious as fuck. But also slightly true. But yeah, it feels a lot longer than 2 weeks since we've been playing Grandia 2. Oh, God. In a slightly good mood. My God, what's wrong with you, you sick bastard? Who do you think you are, being in a good mood? Fuck off. His team has a couple of people on it I feel deserve. That's me, not you, on this occasion. That was a barbed sentence at the back there, wasn't it? It's me, not you, this time. There's a definite sort of like just kicking the boot in at the end of the sentence there. So a couple of people on it you feel deserve win worlds, including their jongleur, Cherio, who became famous for playing from Egypt. Oh, interesting. Before they made everything that he be played at the studios. I bet that, well, I suppose arguably, if he kept winning, I suppose it's probably worthwhile, and he might have his sort of travel costs taken care of, I suppose. But yeah, coming in, one loosely assumes he lives in Egypt, otherwise he wouldn't have been playing from Egypt at that point in time. Oh, this is a new enemy again, okay. Yeah, the Salamadile. I'm assuming it's a combination of a salamander and a crocodile. Then it's not the world's most complex naming convention, I don't suppose, but nonetheless, it is what it is. It's a salamadile. Or it's a combination of a salad and a madile. I didn't think that joke through very well. Joke? Where was the joke? Sorry? Motherfucker. He played every match on 100+ ping. Good lord. I mean, I'm not necessarily one for obsessively thinking of ping values, but when you're doing it professionally, or quote-unquote professional, I suppose, when you're doing it as a professional sport, e-sport type thing, you would very much sort of hope for less ping than that, wouldn't you? But still.
If you want to beat me.
But I suppose good for him, having been able to sort of, I suppose arguably, they made everything be played at the studios. That suggests that Hi-Rez perhaps have enforced that rule, and he's been partially, perhaps at least, forced into just sort of adapting and making sure he can actually get to these events. But nonetheless, you've got to assume to a certain extent it's worth his while. Otherwise you wouldn't bother, would you? Feel like there was a path down here, and I didn't go this way because it felt like it was going to be the correct way, but I'm beginning to suspect it isn't. The Lion Harp, the Lion Boots, and the Leo Rex Battle Axe. Okay, interesting. All items that sound oddly like they belong to our boy Mareg. The Leo Rex Battle Axe. Paladin armour is just straight up better, isn't it, in fact? I suppose if we've got that, yeah. Level 2 lightning resistance. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. He had trouble sorting out his visa. I suppose he would, wouldn't you? Yeah. I can't imagine the visa company. Not the visa company. I know what a visa is. I'd like to just point that out. The whoever is in charge, I'm assuming it's government based, isn't it? But the idea of on a work visa, what's your career and what are you bringing into the country? I am professional gamer. I can't imagine they're up to snuff on that sort of idea. So it's kind of like, I can't help but think they'd end up just looking at that going, the fuck is that shit? What are you talking about? Lion boots. Well, I kind of feel like they are meant to be Maregs. And then there was also some kind of lion other thing. Was it a lion accessory is my guess? No, okay, maybe not. Unless I'm just missing it. Something Leo lion, something along those lines. A black belt, interesting. So what does that do? I might just give him the black belt for now. Or I could Demon's Tears him. Oh, fuck it, let's Demon's Tears him. Why not? Fairy ribbon, fairy hat, ninja clothes, evasion, that's the problem. That's only worth 2 to me, so I don't think it's worthwhile. Oh, golly, we've got the Angel Circle, cool. I don't think he gets much better than the Mac and Valborg. Dark Armour, Halo Armour, might as well have that instead. In fact, it would seem we might as well have the Holy Clothes for you instead. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. So, what is the other thing that I got? Oh, a Lion Harp, here we go. Restores 25 SP, might break. Okay, that's fine. I probably won't use it, truth be told, because especially the phrase, it might break. It's kind of like, oh, fuck off. I'm not using an item that might break. Renegades, meanwhile, just have loads of people, really likeable players, including Barracuda. Yeah, it's interesting. I've skipped ahead slightly in the sentence structure where you suddenly went Cog Prime, and it was like, yes, because I definitely recognise the name Barracuda. And Variety, who was on the Obey roster, you followed in Season 3, and was considered by most people to be the real MVP of the tournament despite not winning it. I mean, that's probably a good thing. It's nice. It's nice to be considered the MVP, even if you don't win. Because that's a hell of an achievement, isn't it? Really. Bam, bam, bam. Now, Tio can probably finish that off. I'll tell you what, we'll take a chance on that standing by fella. He's still going to be standing by, unfortunately, so I don't think, if he is doing one of the nasty moves, he's going to get away with doing one of the nasty moves, I fear. Although, having said that, my boy Ryudo is just so fast. I mean, he skipped along that waiting bar like nobody's business. I had no clue he was going to be that quick. She might actually... No, she didn't. Right, disappointed in you, dear. Disappointed. Go, Ryudo! Smite your foes with many sword strokes. Stretched a bit for sentences there, wasn't you? Yeah, a little bit. I wasn't really going in any direction. It was just weird. At the start of Season 3, people thought he was one of the worst players in the league. So it was an incredible turnaround for him. I see. I'm assuming by worst player, that's in terms of a skill set, not a he's just the worst sort of person. I think we'll just have to take that battle in the front because there is no choice. Okay, Block Needle. Probably live with cold a little bit more than we can live with Block Needle, so I feel like doing that would be wise. Although we might be able to tackle both. No, we can't. No, we can't. That's a situation. I think that just lowers me. Oh, it lowers me act. Okay. He'd been on a team that had done terribly the season before. I see. I suppose arguably at that point he's proving that it wasn't him who was the shit amongst the pigeons on his team. He was the... I don't think that's a phrase, is it? The shit amongst the pigeons. I mean, arguably, you would fully expect there to be a shit amongst the pigeons. They're pigeons. They shit. But nonetheless, you know, it's got to be nice to prove, you know. Yeah, we did badly last year as a team, but, you know, I'm not shit. I'm not shit at the game. I'm quite good. Do you actually do... Oh, good evening to you, Green Skull Patenting. How are you this merry evening? Whoa! Did not see the lizard in a hole. Didn't see a lizard in a hole. Which is fucking inconvenient, to be perfectly honest. Right, what we got here... I mean, they're basically all attacking. That one weirdly has low health. Not entirely sure what that is. Unless there's some kind of... Oh, Tio might have counter-attacked, I suppose. Intriguing. Ryudo's probably got that covered. Covered beyond comparison, I'm sure. Or he didn't. Oh no, I think... No, you? Not entirely sure. I think Ryudo did have it covered and then he moved on to another target, and the one that was weakened was the one Bereg was having a go at. It's not hugely important as long as everybody dies. Finally able to chill since 6:30 AM. It's good. I mean, pray tell, what were you doing from 6:30 AM? Because that's a hell of a lot of hours to not be chilling. No, they sure as shit don't. They will die to the blade. Die in my blade tonight. Decisions. Yes. Okay. I do hate it when they make me choose a path. Bullocks. Good. I chose wisely. Yeah, I mean, I imagine working from home is a slightly better time of it. It's going to be very fascinating. Fascinating to see how that shakes out, sort of post everything. You know, well, theoretically, I suppose. Theoretically, post everything shaking out and sorting itself out. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that situation goes, because I think people are beginning to understand that they can work from home, or at least certain jobs can certainly work from home. And it's kind of, oh, you actually lost the entire office. Or am I not understanding that correctly? I mean, in fairness, it's a fucking great big building. How'd you lose it? Must have turned around for a split second and taken by the Jadoon. Referencing an old Doctor Who episode there. But yeah, I suppose that's going to make going back to an office very, very awkward. But as I say, I think the mentality is beginning to shift. And so it's kind of like people are going, oh, okay, that's a lizard in a hole again. Oh, you're making me choose. Oh, no, okay, that's a dead end. Good. A Thor stone. One assumes that a Thor stone will do something to do with electricity. I mean, in fairness, you may have phrased it perfectly fine and I'm just misinterpreting it. Ah, I see, right, okay, I got you. I'm understanding that a bit more, yes. But, yeah, as I say, it's more the mentality, I think, than necessarily having the actual office available. Because I think people are beginning to realise that actually their job is a lot more comfortable and a lot more effective and efficient if they can just do it at home. Plus, arguably, I don't know, there's an element of saving the planet. It's a bit of a stretch, but nonetheless, less car fumes and all that jazz. Red birdstone. Don't know exactly what a red birdstone will do for me, but I don't also care because it's an item and, well, let's be honest, I don't use items. God, I hate this map. Not specifically this map, I just hate Grandia's... I just, to a certain extent, I hate Grandia's lack of map. Okay, that was definitely a dead end, right. But didn't we have a... Oh, okay, that's an enemy. I mean, I'm not too fussed about bumping into an enemy. That makes no real significant difference to my affairs. In fact, if anything, it's mostly useful because it gives me the extra experience boost that will inevitably aid in any form of boss we will encounter. However, the other situation is annoying because I can't find my pathing. I mean, it doesn't make that much difference. I don't think there's anything too dramatically secret that I'm going to be like, oh no, why, cruel world, did I miss the secret? But I do kind of want to explore all the avenues to a certain extent. Okay, no. I think this was the other alternate option, wasn't it? No, that was a treasure chest. Okay, no. So I think up to this point we've explored all avenues. Became the dispatch point for the Trust's PPE in March. I see. I see with the PPE. The PPE makes me see. I can see clearly now the PPE's here. Right, so that was the enemy. Up top was an item. And then round here was Lizard Hole. Lizard Hole, USA. Come down. Come on down, boy. Experience the Lizard Hole. Everybody wants to experience your Lizard Hole. And the department got properly kicked out of there in November. Fascinating. So yours is even more up in the air as to sort of precisely where your office is going to be. I suppose arguably they'll just swap them around again, but nonetheless it will be an intriguing situation without doubt. As is the whole world at the moment. Fucking hell. I mean, oh, he's shitting himself, and I would prefer him not to shit himself with this power bump. Yeah, he's going to do Burning Sun. I'd prefer him not to, so let's Lotus Flower that out of him. Get out of the Burning Sun. Okay. Ryudo, if you want to do me a huge favour, you'll turn around. Okay, you wasted one attack, but nonetheless, you did still technically do, you know, whatever. Moved off-site to man the vaccination station. I love that phrase. Go forth to the vaccination station. Will be me and well me. Ah, now, say that I have experienced. an office to
That wouldn't
yourself.
be a challenge.
I was employed by a company that was going under very, very swiftly, and so I ended up being sort of the last man standing, as it were. Now, this is intriguing. I mean, certainly we probably want to activate that. Oh, it's going to spew a bridge, yes. This dungeon design is quite disgusting. We also need to go around the other side, because I think the other side... Yes, the other side will provide... Yes, I don't think... Did we establish a job that required the sort of 630? Oh, well, that's definitely not the path. Oh, there was a... No? Was there an alternate? Is this the alternate path? Ah, yes it is. Simple enough. I genuinely thought I'd explored all of the paths. And it's like, oh, it would have been terrible had I explored all the paths and still not been able to fire the cannon off. Which is not convenient. But yeah, Grandia 2 at the very least. I can't remember much of Grandia 1. GP practice, service coordinator, good lord. Well, I would clap, but I'm holding a controller, and is that an excuse? It's good enough for me. It's not good enough for most people, but it's good enough for me. But yes, no, well done. That's, I can't help but sound patronising whenever I say something like that. It's meant to be something... Ugh. Wait for it, hang on. Push it. Push it real, because it sounds like the push it song. But yeah, unfortunately I have an inconvenient vocal pattern that sounds oddly patronising. Beautiful. Right, you've found a good home here then with that sort of joke. Your wife will have questions, Steve. Will. Who have you been seeing that's given you the clap? Oh yeah, it's a nice one. Very nice. I do appreciate that sort of gag-a-rooney. You like just adding extra shit to words, don't you? Why, yes. Yes, I do. Let's have Ryudo finish that guy off, because, I mean, he should be able to, and that's pretty much the crucial thing. Do you have one left? Yes, you do. Good lad. Just teleported in. I must admit, we haven't really tried appreciating Mareg's third attack.
Eliminated.
It's part of the clapping into applause, yeah. Salamander Tau, Mareg, nowhere. Oh, that was just an enemy. Okay. I mean, again, like, really? Yeah. This whole area just for a secret enemy. Push it. Push it real good. Is that... It's feeling like the right path. God damn you and your stupid paths. Is there a mini-map? I mean, I dread to think if there was a mini-map and I've missed it all those years. Okay, that's definitely looking right as well. I suppose we might as well tramp through these enemies for the experience and then figure out which way is the correct way and which way is not the correct way. That's slightly inconvenient. Everybody is, in fact, doing that. You could go into the driveway and start bowing, and she turned around and go, "It's not for you, you're in finance." But is it at least medical finance? Technically, that's probably more important than anything at the moment. Bloody balls up there making of all, well, basically everything. Jesus. Oh, sometimes you see it, and it's like, I couldn't do better, but I'm not employed to do better. So, and like, wow. Oh boy. I don't have words for it, unfortunately. It's such a shit show at the moment. Truly unfathomable. That's why all I can really do is play a little bit of Grandia. I mean, in fairness, I can't even find my way around the fucking map in Grandia 2. So I think it's safe to say that I don't... finance team at NHS Mental Health Trust. Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. That's, you know, you at least deserve partial applause, you know. You know, the sound of one hand clapping, that is. Or what was it? One hand clapping? I don't know. It depends on where the mic was.
Picked on the wrong people.
a weird suggestion there that you're just constantly fapping at all times, and therefore it just depends on where you place the mic as to how sort of audible that fappage is. Mystic Vow. Are we thinking Mystic Vow is a hat of some kind? If it is, chances are... No, okay. No, okay. No, okay. Maybe an accessory? Mystic Vow, as opposed to a Mystic Mag. There it is. Oh, status disorder resistance. Ooh, I mean... It's tempting, but super evasion mixed with the extra attacks is vastly better. Clap you ungrateful Vex. I did it like 8 in the morning, but I'm addictive. Nice. Beautiful stuff. Right, now, I'm really hoping this is a treasure chest. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Very interesting. What are the odds that's a... Okay, that's a loop round there, which makes me think that's the correct way. Which makes me think this path down here is going to cap out at a dead end. Hopes anyway, and less emphasis on the dead and more emphasis on the end, because obviously we don't really want an enemy to kill me. It's unlikely. This is back in... They're very much rocking the old classic. Enemy encounters like this are pretty inconsequential. You stand very little chance of dying. Tio! I could have done with you being a little quicker, Tio. A little quicker. Ouch. Please. Don't stab Mareg. Also, it didn't work. So that's good. I mean, Tio made vengeance for you, Mareg, but he did technically regret it eventually. Oh, Mareg is so close to leveling up. Oh, is this... Nope. It caps out with a little bit of demon ash. And that is ash, not ass. We do not want ourselves some demon ass. That's more something for another game. Possibly something like Demon Souls or Dark Souls. Dark Souls is the one I'm thinking of, with the spider lady with her jugs hanging out. Right, as specified, this leads round to another lizard hole. I mean, you say surprised. Technically, I think I was facing their direction, but never mind, I suppose, never mind. Ooh, right. I don't think... I'm fairly certain the Salamadals don't actually have anything particularly pertinent to worry about. I usually try to cancel any super moves, but Salamadals, I'm fairly certain, are just rocking standard attacks at all times. They may suddenly reveal something unpleasant, but nonetheless, I'm fairly certain just standard attacks. It might have something like poison attached to it, although I've weirdly not seen any poison come up, so if they do have a status element attached, I don't know what it is, for it has not triggered. Mareg, I have faith in you. Thank you. I was slightly concerned he was going to misplace my faith and lose the faith placed somewhere. Words are difficult. Sentences, they're hard. But if you throw enough words, someone, somewhere will be able to make some kind of sentence out of them. And it's a little bit like, it feels like we are inside of a brain, which arguably, I mean, we're technically inside Valmar's moon, but because we are dealing with the Pope, Pope Zera, it is quite possible this is actually meant to look brainish, because I'm fairly certain he is the brain of Valmar. So I might be mistaken in that one. We'll have to wait and see what rolls out eventually. I mean, it's unfortunate, but, you know. Getting a real end of System Shock 2 vibe from this. Was that one in Goo as well? Nasty, horrible Goo. Because I don't think I don't... Wait, am I confused? No. No, System Shock and System Shock 2 I've never played. But I think... keep expecting the many to show up. Well, we keep getting many enemies. Plus we keep finding ourselves at a loss for the pathing. I think this way's gonna... And oh no... God damn it. This is why I like having a map. It makes decisions easier. You can see which ways look like they are completely fucking wrong, and then you can go down that path. Oh yeah. The many wrap around the ship and you have to go and kill their brain to get them to go away. Which one did Malice play? Did he play System Shock or System Shock 2? Because I know he played one of them. Not familiar with Grandia, but I have to say this could be a bit intense. Yes. I mean, as I say, Grandia do have quite a good level of sort of disgusting map. Ah, this was a dead end. Good. That makes my life easier. He did play SS2. Okay, that's fine. I was wondering because I thought it was, and then I don't fully. Oh, lizard in a hole. I was surprised. I put my hands up this time. I was genuinely surprised. Entirely nonplussed, but genuinely surprised. But I mean, in terms of Grandia 2, I absolutely adore Grandia 2. It is a phenomenal turn-based RPG from my youth days. I first originally played it on the old Dreamcast, and it very swiftly became one of my favourites because it's just got that right tone of weird Japanese mixed with sort of simple enough story. There's nothing particularly complex in this story. It is mostly just, hey, these are bad guys. Yeah? Kick the shit out of the bad guys. I will. Thank you. There's no real complications. It's just bad guys. Ruin the bad guys, please. Okay, now I can do this. But that game has some cyberspace sections that are borderline unplayable. Oh dear. And to a certain extent, if... Although having said that, I suppose argue it would be more Malice, but it's usually difficulty, I think, that tends to get Nicker in. He's not quite as stubborn as Malice. Lends itself to crude humour. Yeah, I know. I was trying to avoid that. I was trying to make it sound more sort of honourable and acceptable to a mainstream thing, but yeah, this game's a bit filthy. Although having said that, we made it extra filthy when we plunged a massive great sword. Just stick it in the moon. Stick it in Valmar's moon. Well, if you insist. Don't tell me I didn't warn you. Oh, there's one left. Marvellous. Even with a triple attack, it was unlikely that Mareg was going to actually do it. Oh, you and Nick. Oh, now that's interesting. Why didn't that do the thing? Feels like it should have done the thing. But Twitch itself has informed me that you are now following me. It should have played the thing. It usually plays the thing. I'm not entirely sure why it's not played the thing. But nonetheless, follow the advice of robots, yes. Always a wise stratagem. But yes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for the follow. I do appreciate it. But yeah, as I say, slightly disappointed that the fucking notification thing decided not to bother working. Ah, good, we're around the outside. There's a song there somewhere. So-and-so thingy-my-bob go, oh, there's a fucking potion. Oh, cheeky. I mean, granted, I don't use items. We've already established this rule. I suppose, arguably, I could claim some kind of no-items run. It'll be the slowest speed run in the world, but it'll be one of the only ones where you don't use an item. Except for the fact that I'm fairly certain I have accidentally used a couple of items, because sometimes desperate times do require them, but as a general rule, it's like, I just don't need them. I'm so obsessed with sort of the idea of the characters almost being self-sufficient, so they have to use magic at all times rather than using precious items. That's where most of my item use goes. It's regenning the magic powers. If ever I need to use an item, it's almost always going to be regenning magic, because that's where I rely probably too heavily on the idea of having, the idea of them just using magic to heal and using sort of... I don't even... See, I'm even too stingy, because at this point, I could easily get away with just utilising their special moves. But I'm too stingy for even that. Full MP and SPs. Leave the ridiculous self-imposed restrictions to Malaz. Yeah, that's true. He does enjoy a daft restrictive challenge. Oh, that's a switch. I can't remember what that switch is doing for me, but they are switches. Ah, this one's a bit more obvious. It's going to lower that armour. And pray tell, what is the armour? Moonstone armour. Moonstone armour. Fire. Paladin armour. Moonstone armour. Magic block resist. Oh, yes. I think that's probably well worth it. I think that's probably the best armour I've got at the moment. Yes, it is. Let's check you. Paladin armour is probably going to be a super duper extra for you. But that's how a dungeon would go. It's why you learn healing or bring a healer. If you get trapped in a dungeon that looks like a lower intestine and your healer is knocked out, that's when you use healing items. True. But only to bring back the healer. That's the crucial point. That's what I'd do. I'd only utilise the healing items for the sake of bringing back the healer, and then the healer is back to doing the duty. Although I must admit, there's not really, in this one, there's not really a dedicated healer. Because you get to choose the eggs and where the eggs go, they can actually all do healing really rather competently, which is quite useful. Now, Beast King Blast, we might get away with it, and it might... No, that's going to be too slow. Plus, I think I just shoved it out the way, so... All in all, I just got cancelled. Which is a bit of a bastard. I didn't really want that, and we're going to take a second block needle. Do you know what I should have done? What I should have done was just kill one of them instead of trying... let's stop that. Beast Fang cut. Cancellation of your burning sun, sir. Also, cancellation of your life. Yes, indeed. I mean, in fairness, it was a full-on... it was a rather full-on sort of Beast Fang cut, which is entirely unnecessary for any of these enemies. In fairness, Ryudo... Oh, I see, he teleported. Ryudo can warp, by the way, if people were wondering why he disappears every now and again. He has warp shoes on, which allow him... I think it's warp shoes. He said he got warp something on. He allows him to sort of pop around the battlefield really quite fancily, and I really appreciate that. It's very enjoyable. Just killing them is a pretty good plan in general. Yes, it really is. I was trying to sort of kill them both at the same time. What I should have done was just gone, I'll just kill one at a time. It doesn't actually matter. I could have focused down one and then moved on to the second. Unfortunately, I got greedy and thought that I could actually kill all of them at once. But unfortunately, I could not. Any more Burning Suns? No. The most likely target Ryodo will target once he's finished there is not the one I thought it was. Okay, Ryodo. You want to play this bullshit game of not doing what I want you to do? Come on, Tio, get on with it. I know you were just attacked, but that's not really a full excuse. Well, that one's standing by, plus Ryodo stands a chance of actually killing it. Oh, do I back him up? He's got 2 more attacks for 499. I think he should be fine. Not entirely sure how many attacks Tio's got left. Ah, 1. Good. Ryodo? Good boy. I made the right decision. So technically it wouldn't have made too much difference if I had backed one of them up, but the problem with that decision is sometimes the person who backs them up will try and take a swing, it will die, it will be a wasted swing, which is why... Unlike some of the games, you know, based on the turn-based and being able to change the target partway through, this one is very much more of a sort of, you got to... Oh, no, right, that's the second. And we're back here. I'm not honestly sure if these are doing anything, or whether they're just popping up. No? Okay. We have activated the correct one, and I do know the correct way to go. I'm just searching for secrets. But there's also the sort of rando switches that are slightly like... do they do anything? Or not do anything? But, yeah. I suppose arguably we do have a load more switches. I suppose I might be releasing enemies. I can't deny. Oh, Reflect Helm. Interesting. Makes you run faster. I don't actually really need to be able to run faster, so I'm wondering if it would be worthwhile perhaps... Yes, every now and again. I mean, a vast majority. The issue with this one is they will change their target. That's annoying. It just moved at the wrong moment. They will change their target, but sometimes it's just that because it's all in motion, you can sort of get screwed over by things just happen to be out of the way now. But that goes for the enemies as well, so it's a relatively even system in that sort of regard. But it does still sort of, it tends to lead to slightly wasted attacks, which is slightly unfortunate. But yes, any random damage, it seems, is Tio evading and countering, which in fairness is exactly how I built the woman, so it shouldn't really come as a surprise, but it does sometimes come as a surprise when there's just random damage on the field. Nice one! There you go. We saw it in full action that time. This is more acceptable than GS doing it. Yeah. Yes, GS is just point blank. If you tell it to target something and that something is no longer in existence, it does nothing. There is no two ways around it, I think. Well, I haven't played Golden Sun in quite some time, so I can't guarantee that. Right. Did I actually equip that Reflect Helm? I did, didn't I? Yeah? Yes, I did. Super. I don't know why, but suddenly it was like, did I? I don't think I did. Suddenly I had a brain fort. Brain fort. No, a brain fort is when you can lock the forts inside the brain. Unfortunately, there's no locking forts inside my brain. It's like a sieve. An old sieve that you've, Civilization 1, something like that. An old sieve. You should go back and play GS 1 and 2. Yes, I should. Now, see, I slightly disagree. Because I quite liked the third one. Because I don't... Well, to a certain extent, I didn't change that much about the third one. Because I even quite liked the fact that it was just all of their children.
You better practice if you want to be
I mean, as I say, the only real issue I would put forth with the third one is the simple fact that they didn't really do anything. They just sort of... Although, the only problem is, didn't they leave it open-ended? Is that maybe why you're suggesting don't play Dark Dawn? Oh, it's certainly not as good as the first two, but I do have a nasty feeling, again, they were potentially vying for getting a two-parter out of it, and they didn't. And that's a bit of a problem, because, of course, the fact that they didn't get a two-parter means it just sort of ended, and there's no conclusion. But I might be misremembering that one. Oh, ends a massive cliffhanger, so I'm not misremembering. Yes, there you go. That's the problem with that one. So it is, to a certain extent, possibly wise not to bother. But as I say, they played it relatively safe, I think, by not adjusting that much. I don't remember much of the fundamental system being adjusted in what do we call it? Dark Dawn. I'm surprised I didn't try and go for the sort of... Was it on the 3DS or am I a console above? No, I think it was on the No, was it even on the DS? Christ, I can't remember. I can't remember what console it was on. But arguably, if it was on the 3DS, they should have perhaps tried another D in the title in order to do the Kingdom Hearts gambit. Which, not a particularly complex gambit, it's just amusing. Dream Drop Distance, for those wondering, of course, was 3DS. Now, I'm slightly confused. Okay, no, I think it was on the DS. There we go. So no, it wouldn't have needed 3Ds because it's got nothing to do with it. There's a dude who dropped down in my face. I don't need dudes dropping down in my face. These are Dragon Knights, by the way, if you're wondering. I usually highlight what the enemies are called, and I haven't for those guys. They're more lizards, but I suppose dragons are lizards, aren't they, kind of? Dragons are just fancy lizards. Oh yeah. But yeah, they're Dragon Knights. They wield clubs. They don't do anything spectacular. I think they've probably got like a burst breath or something along those lines, but hopefully you'll never see it, because I'm going to kill them in the most efficient way. I say that. I'm just going to twat them in the face with my sword, which usually is the most efficient way, but one can never fully guarantee that. That dead end. Beautiful. This is a type of lizard hole. Yes. This is very much... We've got lizards in holes, and we are On the moon! I just wanted to say on the moon. Oh! All healer? No, sir. No. And we'll just straight up kill the other guy. He irks me. Okay. Ryudo. Sorry. Ryudo. Are you feeling alright, buddy? Because you didn't kill the guy. And I really needed you to kill the guy. Now. I'll tell you what. We'll do it and hope for the best on the third target. No, we didn't get the third target. I think more of its body needed to be in the targeting area. So unfortunately we're going to get block needled, was it? Yeah. Bugger. Buggering block needles. Fortunately, I'm fairly certain the block needle is supposed to be trying to apply the move block status element on me. But so far, it just hasn't. It obviously does cancel my attack if I'm in the sort of act meter, but I don't know, I swear the reason it's called block needle is it's supposed to apply move block, and it's not. And I mean, I'm going to take the win to a certain extent on that and go, yay, thank you for not shitting on my parade with your block needle. But nonetheless, it does feel more of a glitch than anything else. But maybe I've just got quite a high resistance at this point. I can't say for certain. I've not really paid attention to my outfit and garb and general gubbins that I own. No block needle for you though, sir. Because even if it doesn't kill, which I suspect it won't, okay, I genuinely thought it would, again, they just have too chunky a health bar. Oh dear. Okay, no burning sun for you, please. 10 second slash. Say Ken slash. Alright, I'm Blood called Ken, I'll say slash if you like. No, I don't like. Pow. You really almost think those rings should kind of be sort of thrown. Obviously they are in Lotus Flower, but nonetheless they do look more sort of thrown weapon rather than go up to a person and jab them in the face with them. But hey, who am I to argue with Tio? I'm absolutely nobody, and she would ruin me being a robot that can kick the shit out of anything. On this occasion there is an enemy on the block, but I'm entirely not fussed. A, I've got the surprise attack, which is always beneficial, and B, I like the experience of beating off enemies that are vastly weaker than me. How can that be a 10-second slash? He only does one. Yes, he would have to do it 10 times to do a 10-second slash. That's almost as bad. In fairness, that is probably as bad as my suggestion of Ken says slash. So well done, you've managed to get on a par with my shit joke. Okay, I'm slightly confused as to where I'm going, but I don't think there's been any real options here, so it's not like I have choices in the matter. Oh. Elegant throwing weapons always confused me. You get really good throwing rocks and no need to throw the gold in layer. Yes, that cost a small kingdom. That is true. That is true. What you need is the sort of the old Xena. Was it just called a chakram, or did she call it something fancier? I can't remember, but she had a sort of round chakram that she would throw and it would bounce off of everybody. So that's the sort of weapon you need. Okay, we need to deal with Burning Sun, and then we need to deal with Tio's health bar. Because for a girl who is super fast and super evasion based, she's taken a beating. She has taken a severe beating. So let's get you healed. Tio, heal thyself. It doesn't really do much anymore, heal, unfortunately. It is quick. It's got that going for it, but nonetheless, it is quick. So, pow, pow, pow. You have a sudden urge to watch Xena now. I don't blame you. I almost always have an urge to watch Xena. It was a fantastic program. Oh, so ridiculous. I must admit, I do slightly bias Hercules, because I kind of liked the sort of fighting style. Her with the sort of sword, I kind of liked the slightly more punching. And I was always a fan of course, the King of Thieves, Bruce Campbell. He stole the show whenever he was in it. Of course he did. he was fantastic. But I also quite liked... Oh, God, what was his name? No, it's gone. The sidekick of Hercules, because he had far more of a sort of nippy style of fighting. He would sort of leap over and under and do almost sort of karate type thing. What show be this? Xena, Warrior Princess, and... Oh! Hello, Oni! Twitch seems to be having a dumb. That's unfortunate. That's fair enough. You can be in either one. So, welcome, Oni. How are you today? How are you doing this merry evening? I mean, obviously not incredibly well, because Twitch isn't working, but nonetheless, how are you doing in a more general sense? But yes, Xena, Warrior Princess, and Hercules, the Legendary Adventures. You, of course, should be fairly... You would recognise the notion of Hercules' Legendary Adventures. Or the Legendary... I can't remember the subtitle now, but it's Hercules. Because, of course, Kevin Sorbo. And Kevin Sorbo, of course, is the voice of Hercules in many a thing. I love the fact that he was the voice of Hercules in God of War 3 specifically, and I love the fact that he was the voice of Hercules in Smite. So, yes. And, of course, I suppose everybody's familiar with Disappointed, which is, one of the iconic things to come from Hercules, the Legendary Journeys. But, I love that show. I did love that show. I think it's verging on getting to that point in time where I need to try and find it again. Precisely how difficult that will end up being, I don't know. I'll have to look it up and see if it's on one of the sort of one of the old Amazon Prime or something along those lines, see if it's there. Oh shit, he's gonna get lightning balls. Oh dear, oh that's nasty. That is very nasty. He is. I am currently rewatching the sci-fi series Andromeda, and it is exactly as I remember, really. It's daft and ridiculous. Although, Season 3, it wasn't too bad, Season 1 and 2, but Season 3, fuck me, is Dylan Hunt a fucking horn dog who will just bone anything in space. He becomes far more Captain Kirk than Captain Kirk ever was, I think. Just every opportunity he gets, it's like, yeah, we can fuck, yeah. No, you're a woman, I'm a man. Let's do some fucking. But yeah, I don't know precisely if they adjust him slightly more, but third season he really took a dip in the sort of hello ladies front. But yes, I quite enjoy Andromeda as well, because again, he gets to do what he does best, and what Kevin Sorbo does best is punching people in the face. Okay, he's not Jack Harkness tier, because Jack Harkness, of course, nowadays is he's what do they call it? Pansexual, I think they called it, which is basically he will do literally anything. If it is living, he will do it. Should have had spinning rooms on his ship. Yes, that's true. I must admit, I love the design of Andromeda as well. The sweeping arms and sweeping bits and bobs all over it. They're not like the world's greatest 3D models back then, but it still gets the job done to a certain extent. Ryoda, look, Elena. Zeta is with her. Elena. I think he starts banging on the glass at some point in the not too distant future. Oh god, I can't remember the voice. It's been too long. The world has been warped and twisted by the loss of the light. The future has already been written, and it was one of darkness. Without the light, the soul suffers and is drawn to darkness, craving more than the hollow teachings of Granus can offer. I love the Cortana-style AI. Yeah, what I quite liked, and I'd not fully remembered, is the relationship that Andromeda has with the different Andromedas. Because you've got the hologram Andromeda, you've got the ship sort of screens Andromeda, and then you've got the android Andromeda. And all three of them have slightly, just enough difference that they sort of converse in a slightly, they sometimes contradict each other and dislike each other, but still. Jack is in the... Yes, yes, Jack is in the Doctor Who. Technically, it's a New Year special, but that's splitting hairs. Which had one of the worst plots I've ever seen from the 10 minutes or so my sister and I could stomach of it. I mean, I didn't mind it. It was a way of getting the Daleks back in there, I suppose, but it did seem a little bit daft, and I don't know. I think they have had precedents before to have the sort of gripping kind of Daleks on the back. It's a bit of a spoiler there, I'm afraid, if anybody's not seen it, but it's been, a few days, isn't it? Because it was New Year's Day, I think it was on. But I don't know. I still like a bit of Doctor Who. It's a bit of fun, isn't it? Without that, the Grandest can off her. Off who? Off her. Oh, nasty. Nothing can save the world except the revival of Valmar. Spoken like a true nutter. Then all I have held to be sacred, all we have struggled for, has been for nothing? Ah, you were mistaken. Your actions have served me well. But why are you troubled? Why do you yet sorrow? I wanted to save people, but now... You have done nothing but add to their burdens. Your kind heart... Oh, and that's the wrong voice. You have done nothing but add to their burdens. Your kind heart has brought them nothing but pain. In order to prevent the death darkness, in order to make Valmar go away, I lied to even Ryudo. Let me tell you why you suffer. Your prayers are empty, for the age of miracles has long since passed. Though I've been praying to a dead god, it is hopeless. Yes, it is painful. This I know all too well, but your suffering has come to an end. Come, I shall give you peace. Kumbta. Hey, come, PT. I don't think PT was that scary that you'd come to it, but nonetheless, kumbta. I like to think that first question about which trust are you with doesn't exist, and you've just bashed your head against the keyboard. Kumbta. I have no more reason to live. Very well. I shall release you from the source of your misery. I shall remove the wings of Valmar which you despise. How dare you? I love the wings of Valmar. Millennia is the best. Damn it. Get away from Elena. Oh. Oh dear. Something nasty this way comes, dude. Oh, that's gribbly. Our task will be more difficult than that of a river which flows back from the sea. We haven't really got time for your sort of long sentences, Murray. We're being attacked by something. Oh, I don't care. Anything that gets in my way is going to get 3 feet of steel down its damn throat. Anything. Is it actually 3 feet? I'm not convinced, mate. Well, arguably, yeah, probably. If you're about 6 foot tall, give or take. Right, okay, what have we got? We have got a bit. We've got an egg guardian. Ugh. And another bit. And another bit. And another bit. Okay, so we've got that thing using WoW, which we don't really want to allow that to happen. We also don't really want desperate blows to occur. Okay. Let's try some tactics. What we're going to do with you is try and block the WoW, because you should have time. Thank you. And now with a bit of luck, right, Desperate Blows not quite started yet. Desperate Blows not quite started yet. Who is doing something? You are currently doing something, so Desperate Blow should be able to be blocked by the 10-second slash. Yeah! Good. That's what we like to see. Now, unfortunately, I am slightly too quick. But anything else is going to be slightly too slow. Well, annoyingly, no matter what I do, I'm going to be taking a Desperate Blow, which I don't want. Let's see which one's going to be the best one to try and... It's going to require a lot of journey time. That one, however, is not, which means it might end up being too quick. Oh, God, I'm going to try and block that one. Come on, come on. Yes, I think I did cancel it. May not make that much difference. Dig in. Okay, that's defence. That's a nuisance. I might be able to get rid of that by using... Can't remember. Oh, I think it's just called Death Down. It's interesting that the defence op is called something fancy like dig in, but the defence down is just defence down. Okay, so attack I'm not too fussed about, so I think at this point we probably want to... I don't know. Where Leighton is. Oh, I must admit, off the top of my head, I don't know. But geography was never... Finding my way, for me, is very much sat-nav. Marvellous. If it's on a sat-nav, I can find it. If it's not on a sat-nav, fuck knows. Right, what we got? Okay, you're doing an attack. You're doing a desperate blow. We might just have to accept that desperate blow. The desperate blow didn't, in fairness, do that much to me. So what we'll do is try and get rid of that bit. Because optimally, I'm fairly certain the Egg Guardian is going to, at some point... Because I think these things die. Yeah. Desperate blow kills them. Which means at some point you've got to assume the Egg Guardian is going to want to try and refresh its... little bits and pieces. Now, do we... Oh, I've got dig in, but I don't have death down here. Okay. Oh, wow is only one friend. Okay, let's leave... I was going to say, I'm reading the sentence, and it's not quite making the sort of gag that I think you were going for. But yes, I understand now that you've added the I can't find my way around the country, but at least I understand water erosion. Exactly, that is very much the sentiment. Okay, I think it's time for a Sky Dragon Slash. I'm gonna slash at you from the sky as a dragon. Can you imagine a dragon just soaring above? And inevitably, at some point, that dragon's probably going to need to piss. So, you know, this is the Sky Dragon Slash. And it's basically the rain. The rain has come. And now you've got dragon piss on your face and head. I really struggle to type can't for some reason. Oh. At least you don't... At least the U is nowhere near the A. That would be worse. Ah, Death Loss. Marvellous. Superb. I must admit, I often find that sometimes I leave the last letter off because I'm just a little bit too quick on the enter. Obviously, that's technically the end of the entire sentence, but nonetheless, I've done that several times where it's like my brain is telling me to go push this key and then push enter, but my hands just go enter immediately, which is always awkward and annoying. Frustrates greatly beyond comparison. Here now, the lions roar. Yes. This is another thing with Grandia. Oh, I've said it before, and I'll probably say it 1,000 times again. The moves, the effects in the moves are beautiful. They're so gorgeous. Even something as simplistic as that, I think, is quite gorgeous. I mean, it's got a little tiny bit of ugliness at the top. Oh shit, he's run out of fucking moves. Okay. Slightly disappointed in you. Oh well, I suppose technically speaking, you can twat. Oh, okay, no, that's going to take a long and large volume of twatting. Let's drop a nuke on its ass. This is one of my favourite moves of the entire game, I think, because it is genuinely just a fucking nuke. Helsinki was in Hawaii. No, you definitely don't want to be wearing a grass skirt in Helsinki. Because if memory serves, and again, this will probably highlight how shit my geography is, Helsinki is fucking Sweden? It's around in that area. Or is it ice? Is it full on ice? Oh, God. Yep. I genuinely, at the beginning of that sentence, I thought I knew. And then, at the end of that sentence, it became obvious to me. I didn't fucking know. Finland. Okay, there we go. So I was ballpark, assuming the ballpark is like the size of a good few countries, but nonetheless, my ballparks, because my balls require a lot of space, my balls do park over several countries. It's awkward, frankly. They're not happy. Oh, demon summoning, here we go. Helsinki is the capital city of Finland. Thank you, Oni. A little delayed on the YouTube side of things, I think. A country devoid of grass skirt-wearing people. Very much so, yes. I certainly knew it was one of the colder places. So, I didn't say that with Nick around, it's fine. Yes. Why, is he particularly... Would he be particularly peeved at the notion of getting that wrong? Okay, so yes, unfortunately, the one thing I really wanted to block is the one thing I managed to not block. So, fuck. This thing's proving time-consuming. Let's try Lotus Flower, because it might tackle a couple... Oh, it tackled all of them, in fact, because they're all bunched together, I think is crucial there. The Finns are fucking weirdos. I have no thoughts on that, truth be told. I know nothing of the Finnish people, apart from the fact that they are the Finnish people, and therefore they are always ending things. They don't like carrying things on, they just enjoy finishing things, because they're Finnish people. You went down the easy path, didn't you? I very much did. Okay, I think we need some more Sky Dragon Slash, so I'm going to break my own rules. +5 for all levels. All levels of what, I wonder? I don't know, but what I'm looking for is... He might be a bit bothered. The Scandinavians seem to be a bit competitive. I see. Okay. No, it's not MP. I want its SP. Okay, restores all SP for all friends. That seems a bit of a waste. I think Golden Potion's probably my best bet. Although even that seems like it might be a bit of a waste, because I should have probably used a lot more of my SP and then Golden Potion. Oh well. Sucks, big dick. Big dick, it doth suck. Right, 999 SP, and the bitch ain't one. Desperate Blow. Annoying, but at this point, assuming it throws all of those away with Desperate Blows, we're probably going to be moderately okay. You improving your mob is not going to be that much of a troublesome issue for me. All healer, let's not take any risks, let's get some all healer down early. If you see someone running around in knee-deep snow even. Again, that was me, not you. Oh, I've just seen the faces in the Egg Guardian. I thought they were just sort of lumps before, but now you can, when it zoomed in, you could very much sort of see, oh, all the faces, disgusting. Oh, my. Unless they're in the sauna. Oh, that's a fair point. Oh, here we go. Invasion. Invasion time. There's a pitch invasion. Now, Mareg. That's the one time I really needed you to be a little bit slower, Mareg. God damn it. Demon summoning is apparently super quick. Cock. It's a super quick cock, which is not what you want. You want a super slow cock. Well, not a super slow cock either, in fairness, do you? You want a precise cock.
Lotus flower.
Bloom! A blooming lotus flower. Do-do-do. I see, you've discovered the reason option. I can only assume that must be newish, because I don't recognise it. Obviously, I've done the mod stuff. I don't do it particularly well in Malice's channel. I'm not quick on the draw like some, but it's quite interesting to see that there is now a reason category, which is quite fascinating. And Lotus Flower. I think at this point we're just gonna mostly go all out. Maybe put a reason. Oh, I see. Interesting. So yeah, that's definitely new, because they never asked for a reason before. I think Crackling's probably a semi-decent idea. And then I don't know, because they're probably going to be quicker than any of my spells here. I could double Crackling, but I've not really got a good reason to do that. So I tell you what, let's crackle a Halnado. Although mixing a Crackle and a Halnado doesn't make any real odds here. I'll tell you what was a really good game for that, I think. It is... now, I might be mistaken, maybe I'm misremembering the mechanics, but I'm fairly certain Breath of Fire, and I think it's free. I think it's Breath of Fire free on the PlayStation 1, I believe, had a system in their game where you could combine your magic together in some fashion. Now, I'm either right, or that's a system that I created, and it's a genius system that I love. But I'm fairly certain. I'm fairly certain you could combo magic in Breath of Fire 3, which allowed you to do sort of like fiery tornadoes and stuff like that. Okay, so there is still bits lurking, at least one. Technically, you can see it on the task bar. It's not really a task bar, it's the action bar. That's the one. But other than that, yeah, okay, yeah, 10-second slash, we're not going to get. Egg Guardian only has 184 health left, so Ryudo, do what you do best, baby. Kill, kill, kill. Oh, watch it disappear into triangles, I think. Or is this a sink into the ground? I think this is a sink into the ground, yeah. Unfortunately, again, it's like weird. Their layering there went peculiar, because the big, bold blue sort of ring suddenly became on top of the big boss. Grandia achievement, all cracked up. Of course, it's called all cracked up. Defeat the Egg Guardian and an angel's robe. Where angels fear to tread is inside of my robe. Why the strange run, Ryudo? Why the strange run? Elena! Don't do it. Ryudo, why did you come? Because I plunged a sword into the backside of Valmar. It felt like I was obliged to come at that point. Well, welcome, Ryudo. Your arrival has been well timed as the preparations for Valmar's rebirth are complete. What the hell makes you think I'm going to let you do that? Oh, here we go. That's where he does a load of banging. Damn it. I'm just going to keep banging ineffectively against this glass container. I say glass. In fact, I said glass, which is weird because I don't tend to say glass. I think usually say glass. Oh, devil Melania, she who possesses the souls of the wicked. Oh, wings of Valmar, bringer of misfortune, I call upon you. Elena, come and be cleansed of this foul soul. I have said the words and I bear the symbols. The time has come for you to die. I laugh last because you came to die. Did they really? Am I wrong, or did they really? I think I always think that. I might be wrong in the lyrics, but I'm fairly certain they rhyme die with die there, don't they? Time has come for you to die. I'll laugh last because you came to die. Unless maybe that's later in the... Maybe I'm mixing it up and putting two lines that don't belong together. A dark soul. Millennia. Damn it. Open up. They don't, that's fair. I must have perhaps been putting the two together when they don't belong together. But I'm fairly certain both of those lines do exist in the song. Just as I say, probably not together, and therefore it isn't supposed to. Millennia! How did this happen? Why? Why did it have to be? Because Pope Zera's an asshole. Pleased to meet you. You may call me Zera. Oh, Millennia, wings of Valmar. The time for the revival of Valmar is come. The time for you to be made complete. She's changed her mind. She doesn't like the idea anymore. Sheesh, that stupid Elena. Sure, it was my desire to become Valmar, but you kept trying to keep me away. You never thought for yourself, Elena. You were always just following orders. You never thought about what's right and what's wrong. You never knew what is really important. What is wrong, O wings of Valmar? The time of revival has come. The time has come, and so have I. Yes. I'll laugh last because you came to die. The damage done, the pain subsides, and I see the fear clear when I look in your eye. But yeah, I just like the phrase, "The time has come, and so have I." And yes, there you go. I'm surprised I got that wrong then, because that's my favourite line. Because I always do the dirty laugh afterwards. The time has come, and so have I. So I'm astonished I got that wrong and suggested the line was "the time has come and for you to die." Oh, shocking. Absolutely shocking. Which is Millennia's line. See how ingrained this game is in my life that I just naturally quoted her without even thinking about it until afterwards. I hate you, Ryudo. Just because I fell in love with you, I ended up incomplete like this. Pathetic. Millennia, I loved you. I didn't want Elena. Elena can fuck off. I wanted to be completed as Valmar so that Elena would disappear and I could remain by your side, Ryudo. Yes, do so. Unfortunately, I know the ending of the game, so I'm disappointed, because Millennia doesn't get to go off with Ryudo. But I don't care anymore. At this rate, I'll become Valmar and destroy the world. I might even kill you too, Ryudo. I don't want to become such a monster. Oh, Wings of Valmar, what is wrong? You are the key to the revival of Valmar. The line you thought the first one was isn't in the song. No, I don't think you're quite right. It's because I confused the die, the timing of the die. You will rule the world as a god. Come, a god of come. I don't wanna, Zera. I don't want a complete body anymore. I'd rather be Ryudo. Oh, Wings of Valmar, for a demon who brings destruction to this world. This attitude is unbecoming. He has said come so much. Just every other word seems to be the word come, or become, becoming, uncoming. It's just unbecoming, in fact, is the word. Uncoming is something completely different we best not discuss. But nonetheless, just a lot of come in his dialogue. Your resolve has been weakened by the souls you have devoured. Weak and feeble souls. This is but a farce. What's wrong? Stung by the beast you thought you controlled, Zera? Return Millennia. Return Elena. Oh, hang on. Return Millennia. Return Elena. Oh, fuck. Return the women. Ooh. Oh, well. Then I shall do it as planned. Oh, Valmar, I shall now release you. Come, Valmar. Genuinely surprised he didn't actually say that. Oh, the moon is exploding. And monsters. Lots and lots of horrid monsters are pouring out of my moon. It's time I had a shit. It's time I had a shit. Oh, here we go.
The revival of Valmar has begun. None of you matter anymore.
That's harsh.
My mortal body discarded, I shall become the will of Valmar.
I mean, technically, your mortal body's still there, mate. But...
ideal world. Now the time has come.
That's true. Yes, it does. Yes, and you're quite right. I mean, in fairness, I don't need to confirm you're quite right. You are quite right. You know that because you know the game's far better than I do. That was more a sort of. That was more a exclamation of my memory going, oh, yeah, you spot on there. But yes, it is an evil pope in that one.
For the new world as I will it.
In fairness, the entire church in that one is evil, isn't it? Much like this one. The two have a degree of similarities, in fairness.
Stop it! Elena! Millennia! Zera,
Go on.
spouting
Keep banging.
madness.
Keep banging, Ryudo. It might do something. Spoiler alert. It won't.
A world with one perfect God. The end of death. The end.
But here's, I think that's as mental as his portrait gets, but I might be wrong. I do wonder if there is a next stage of his madness as he falls further and further to the darkness.
Go ahead. Shout louder. Your voice shall sound across the world and stir the slumbering God.
Maybe shut up then, Ryudo. Oh. There is one thing you didn't count on, Zera.
This cannot be.
Millennia is a fucking badass.
I won't let you get away with this.
He doesn't have a cool uncle to turn up and help him out. No, that's true. After all that, Millennia's saved Elena. Oh, at the cost of what, though? At the cost of what? God damn it, game bastards. Taking my beautiful Millennia away from me. Fuckers.
What do you think you can do now?
I'm gonna bash on this fucking screen a bit more.
Your power.
Don't get sucked into the asshole of Valmar.
That I fell in love with you.
Oh, god damn it, game.
Elena
Not with the music as well.
The two of us will live on, no matter what.
Millennia!
Oh.
I will protect you. So...
The last of her power used to save us.
Ryudo, don't.
Instead of removing herself from the arsehole of Valmar. We'll never forget you, Millennia. You are the best. And that is such an arsehole, isn't it? It really is. I mean, there is nothing, there is no two ways. There's no two ways of interpreting that.
Horns?
Full on arsehole.
Where are the horns?
Oh yeah, of course. Ryudo's got the
No
horn.
matter. The revival of Valmar has begun.
Yeah, just unfortunately,
Now I shall
Valmar
become
has no
the
horn.
will of Valmar.
He's being absorbed into the monstrosity that is this. Damn it, Millennia. Helena, where's Millennia? You saw her get sucked down into the arsehole of Valmar.
Valmar stirs even now. We must make haste to the Granus Saber.
But the Granus Saber's energy is nearly...
No! I won't leave Millennia behind. Millennia would not wish it so. There is no honour in a wasted life. Come, Ryudo. Our race is with time.
It's got a beautiful turn of phrase. I know I said he, should have hurried up with the last one, but he does. They did give him some decent dialogue.
Ryudo, stop. If we do not leave now, all has been for naught. And I put everything in crosses.
Such a shit joke. But I'm oddly pleased that I thought of it. It was quick, but shit. It was a quick shit, which is always the best type of shit. You don't want a long, protracted shit. And you especially don't want to use a protractor against the shit, because you don't need to know which angle it's coming out of you at. Valmar's resurrection is imminent now. There is no way to stop it.
We must make our escape from this place. Yet our path remains blocked. Come, there must be a way to break from here.
I couldn't stop the revival of Valmar, or even rescue Millennia. I couldn't do anything. Like, do you think while they're turning into a giant flesh monster, sometimes the villain goes, "This looks a bit evil. Am I the bad guy? Do I have a skull on my cap?" Yes. I mean, you do wonder with some of these. Because I can't deny, some villains are compelling because they actually, have a reason and a decent excuse. But this guy has turned himself into like a flesh monster of disgustingness. And you would think that he'd look down and go, oh fuck, no, this form, that's definitely evil, isn't it? Oh shit. I didn't realise I was the evil one earlier, but now seeing this, distinctly. It's a bit like our girl, the Heart, Celine, I think her name was, wasn't it? Or Selena? One of the two. You really do think she regretted her life choices when she became a mass of writhing flesh. I couldn't do anything, god damn it.
Ryudo! Fuck your fucking tits up, motherfucker. Even the eagle knows nothing but darkness while still unhatched, yet while it has life, it struggles to free itself.
Probably better put than get over your tits.
So must you seek to break from your prison while still you breathe, even unto death. For in life there is hope, there is fire. Live, Ryudo, fill your veins with fire.
God damn it, Mareg, you're right, and you're also the best. Everybody remember that Mareg is the best. Mareg is the best. Oh no, we've been attacked. Oh, look at the background. I don't know whether that background has always been like that, but fuck, that is a disturbing background. Okay, so we're going to need our boy. So we're going against Valmar Flies now. What's slightly concerning me is the fact I haven't actually had a save point after that boss battle, which is slightly alarming. Also, what's slightly annoying is the fact that I'm going to have to resurrect Elena, because fuck. The villain starts to transform and goes, oh, this isn't right. Am I evil? In fairness, weirdly enough, yeah. Devil May Cry 5. almost has that. Because he plunged... this contains spoilers for Devil May Cry 5, so anybody who wants to go in completely unknowing, or it has the potential to lead into them. But when he does the old Yamato, of course, he technically then goes, oh shit, that thing's probably bad. I think maybe we should, you know, get that back inside, at least slightly back inside me. So yeah, it's interesting that we've been discussing it, and technically, Devil May Cry 5, I think, sort of just about fits the bill of that request. I completely missed Resurrection. I think it's just a drop of water, and then it revives her. But yeah, we've got we've got Elena back. Oh, she doesn't have any fucking things. V wakes up and goes, "Oh, I'm a horrible person." Yes, indeed. I suppose there is an argument to be said that they do end up being two completely separate entities, but I still think it fits the bill. I think it fits the bill of, you know, exactly what we've just been discussing. So, well done, Devil May Cry 5 for doing that. I got to admit, I absolutely adored when they revealed why the big bad was called Urizen. I don't know why. It's like really daft, but there was something about it that made me go, I like that. I like that a lot. Even though it was like a bit sort of like, oh dear, really guys? Really? You went for that? It's just silly. But it was like also kind of, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Because it was so simplistic. So simplistic. Okay, so we don't need anything particularly interesting there. Angel's Robe. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. Is it really a reference to William Blake? I did not know that. I just looked at it as a lovely little amusement. Rainbow high heels, but I'm fairly certain the wolf boots, yes. Which is the poet. Oh, is that? I see. Okay. I wouldn't have known that by myself. I must admit, I am uncultured beyond comparison. MP consumption by 15%. Yes, I think that's probably what we want. No. Why would you ever equip? I suppose you wouldn't. These are sellables, fair enough. But yeah, very valuable bracelet. Fuck that. I've got something that reduces my MP costs. So fucking, why would I choose that thing? Alright, 15%. But I found it out when I started looking up these quotes. I see, okay. Chaos egg for you, dear. You are the bringer of chaos. I must admit, what I need to do is power up some more people. So, let's see. Droplets of life, I think is probably priority 1. And let's see here. For reasons we won't necessarily discuss right now, I'm not going to do anything more with Mareg. I think we've basically polished off most of these eggs. Yeah, we're on to sort of dealing with the soul egg, which we'll just plough a load of magic into, but I don't know how much point there is to doing so. As the air to a bird or the sea to a fish, so is contempt to the contemptible. I did like that one, yeah, I remember that one. I must admit, some of his quotes were quite pertinent and quite interesting. I mean, all of them were quite pertinent, quite interesting. I'm not suggesting otherwise. Oh, there we go. Right, pretty much out of that. Max. Fuck it, I might as well have that. Decoy. Wants to be target. No, I'm probably never going to use that because I don't really want a decoy. And there we go. We've basically spent all my power points. And at this point, I really would like a save point going. Would you care to provide me a save point? Flies from the back. Flies from the backside. And now we have the Valmar Young in all of its disgusting glory. Lotus flower. Bloom. The hours of folly are measured by the hands of the clock, but of wisdom no clock and no measure. It's lucky you spelled that correctly, because it could have very easily been no cock. The cock has gone. Oh dear, where's it gone? I don't know, maybe a wise man can tell you where your cock has gone. No, I don't think Millennia would have been able to finish that off. Yeah, good TL, good one. Good job. And now, pow. Oh, Berserk launch. Oh dear. When Nick was streaming DMC5, I'd introduce myself in the stream by quoting V. Nice. Really nice. I must admit, I caught some of that Nicker in streaming that. He was quite good at it. Not that you'd expect anything different. I'm just, you know, more stating a fact than anything else there. He was quite good at it. It wasn't meant to be as surprising as I perhaps made it sound. Cures all status ailments, so we can probably get rid of that skull. Okay, Valmar Young appears to be doing something and we don't really want it doing things. So one loosely assumes that the status ailment that Ryudo's got is Berserk, seems as it's called Berserk Launch, but I don't know of a Berserk ailment in this. Not in your traditional Final Fantasy Berserk, at the very least. At which point he'd threatened to ban you. Oh, harsh, but not unreasonable, I suppose, if he really does not want you quoting it. Okay, I think we can probably afford to tackle this thing with Ryudo, especially since Ryudo has 4 attacks now, which is just, I mean, that's 2 attacks too many for the most part, but I'm not going to complain. He is the best fighter I've got. I'm hoping, oh god, no, these are tough. These are pretty much a mini-boss, these things, and they are now kind of the primary enemy. I don't know, whew, that was lucky. Should have paid more attention. I thought I had more time, so I just attacked normally. At which point he threatened about it only made you quote him more. Yeah, I know. That's the thing. Sometimes you do have to sort of weigh your options, because sometimes just complaining about what happens is enough to make someone go, no, I'm doing it more. So sometimes you have to factor that into your decision making, I fear. Okay, he's doing Berserk Launch, so if we try and do a crit on that, we should be able to cancel it down. Good. And now, he's still doing it. I could try the White Apocalypse, but I'm not convinced. Hellburner, yeah, go on. We've got magic to spare, I would think. Guarantee that. Crackling, so we're going to do some fire and ice combining as one. Oh yes, that's what we want to see. Fire from the moon and sun. It's the sun. Definitely the sun. Hellburner. Oh Lord, I'm on fire. Yeah, it didn't do anywhere near as much as I would have liked to have seen it do, but I suppose technically I did specify these things are hardcore. And there's only more of these you have to face. Lots and lots more. I knew he wouldn't do it though. I'm just too damned adorable. No, you needed a cute face rather than that bloke's face. And it was mildly amusing seeing the latest Twitch thing of removing poggers. Like the man who's, you know, defined Twitch for so long, he's been removed for saying stuff. I don't know what he said, and I don't necessarily want to know what he said. I'll take it on faith that it was something arseholey, and therefore probably shouldn't have said it. But it is fascinating to see that they've actually sort of responded to it and gone, no, okay, we're taking that away. And but it's a weird one because it's like it's full on like this defined people's linguistics for a period of time. And now it's been removed. It's like, oh my. So there is no more pogging. No more pogging for you. Unless you want to get the little cardboard discs out, in which case, at that point, you can probably start pogging once again. It was a weird little game. I did used to collect pogs. I don't know, I may still have a collection of pogs somewhere, lurking in the back of a wardrobe. Considering he hates the emote. Oh, I see. I did not know that. Oh, well, in that case, they should have probably kept it then. Should have just written like a DB under the bottom and just douchebag. POG stands for Pineapple, Orange and Guava. Oh, it does now. I don't know. Is that the origins of it? I have no idea. All I know is it's one of those fucking faces that are popular on Twitch. One assumes is based on the fact that he was an early doors adopter of Twitch and made a name for himself there or something. I have no idea.
At this rate, we will not escape.
But the Grandia Saber has almost no power left.
That's interesting.
They do somehow.
This is for some reason got dialogue in it. Does that mean it is a truly powerful scene. It really is.
Merrick, we have to leave. Stay there.
Oh, really? Oh, that's fascinating. No!
Merrick!
You fucking bastard developers! You son of bitches! You took millennia away from me. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! Spoiler alert! I know how it ends. Don't you dare! But I'll pretend I don't. Don't you dare take Moreg away from me, you cocksuckers!
I cannot leave you behind.
No, nobody can leave him behind. We need Moreg. He's the man with the axe. He has been in the game since practically the beginning of the game. He is a master of combat.
Your heart. Understand.
No, I don't. Oh, full-blown cutscene. This boat's dodgy. Why would they do a full-rendered cutscene if he just gets on the ship? I'm ruining the moment for everybody.
Take them away. Away to safety.
No! You fucking bastards. This was genuinely like heart-wrenching, because Moreg is like one of my favourite characters in this game. I may take the piss out of him for having basically smelt his way through the entire game, but fuck, he was so good. I loved him to bits, and they fucking done me. They done me with a dramatic fucking kill shot of Moreg, and it's like, oh, you fuckers. You utter fuckers. Get hit in the cutscene, yes. You can take a myriad of hits throughout the entire game. Also, we lose the Grandia saber there, which is a bastard because it was a beautiful ship. I mean, this whole 2-hour session has basically been the game taking things away from me. And you know what they give me in place of Millennia? A giant fuck-off Grandia saber sword ship and Moreg? We may find out. That may end up waiting till next week. But nonetheless, it doesn't measure up. Put it that way. Elena, you holding up? Millennia? Yeah, fuck Millennia. What about Moreg? Although, yeah, no, I mean, arguably, yes, the plan would be to fuck Millennia, but that's not the point right now. Ryuta, why did Millennia save me? I understand why she saved you. Your guess is the Prince Boy comes back. Ah, but remember, he is no longer Prince Boy. He's King Boy. But why me as well? I tried to rid myself of her. I tried to make her leave. Doesn't matter anymore. I was only concerned with myself, my own safety. Why would she care to save me? No use dwelling on it. Moreg and Millennia are gone, and the Grandia sabers smashed to shit. Just what do you expect me to do now, Millennia? Get up off your ass and save the goddamn world. Moreg is dead. God damn it. I think I now know what a heart is. Damn, they've poof. Just like open palm straight to the heart. Especially with the music in the background. But it is a thing filled with sorrow. I would rather have never learned of it. Moreg, twice now you have showed me what it means to have a heart. Tio. Moreg and Millennia both said that we should live. I do not know how, Ryudo. What comes next? I don't know, but we must act. We're going to form a travelling theatre group, and at that point, you know, we'll just act our way to the end of the world. As Moreg said, there is something I must do. Though I lose my life, yet I must act. Yet must I act. Yes, there is something. God damn. We just want to head to East Silesia. And oh, I think this... the Misanga! Don't know precisely why it's called the Misanga, but nonetheless, I do believe, if memory serves... Where Where is the Masanga? Masanga, 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 Masanga. What is the Masanga? Masanga, Masanga. Oh, what is the Masanga? I do not fucking know. Masanga, Masanga. Everybody needs a Masanga. I genuinely am struggling to find out what the Masanga is. Because I feel like it is a thing. Ah, there we go. The Masanga. There we go. It is. Returns the special coins used on Mareg's moves. God damn. I'll use a Seed of Moves on you. And Seed of Swift on you. One Seed of Spells on you, but we'll save one. You may be asking, why are you saving one? Why would you possibly save one? Well, I know something you don't know. Doo-da, doo-da. I know something you don't know. Oh, da-doo-da-da. But yes, we can reclaim the special coins we utilised on Mareg with the Misanga. What's that? Coming over the hill, is it a king boy? No, it's monsters. The flies of Valmar. They're attacking everywhere. The world has gone to shit. The beasts are destroying all and spewing darkness. Literally just spewing it. Spew it. Yes, what do we do with the darkness? We spew it.
This cannot be. They must have come down with us.
If this continues any further, not one brick shall rest atop another.
Damn it. I've had enough. There will be no more terror, no more sorrow.
That's a hell of a declaration.
We will stop them, this I swear. Fuck my nuts, I swear, like a salty sailor who's caught his bollocks in his zip.
Not that sailors tend to have zips, I don't think. I don't know the fly situation on a sailor.
Which is fair. It's a fair sentiment.
Oh shit, I think I've gone to the town and I could have saved on the map. Luckily, I think there is an inn. Yes, there is. I think the inn is still active? If it's not... Oh, thank God. Finished at last. But more guests. I won't serve meals, but you can fix your own. It's a fucking apocalypse! Perhaps it's only in vain that we survive until the end of the world. It's the fucking apocalypse, sir. And you're acting like it's not. You're an idiot. Valmar's Moon. We are in the Sirum Inn. Now, spoiler alert, it is the king. The king boy does come back because we're in his backyard of Sirum. Or Kyrum. Sirum? Probably Sirum. But the king boy will have to wait until next time. Next time on Grandia, King Boy. King Boy is back. Back again. Yes, he's back. Tell a friend. King Boy is back. King Boy's back. King Boy's back. King Boy's back. Right, so I'm going to turn the control off. King Prince Boy. Oh, that goddamn King Prince. I don't need to know anything about that King Prince. Right, we can close that down. And now we want to grab some muzaki. Ah, good. Muzaki. Ah, yes. You're very racist, but... I'll let it slide. No, in fact, I won't let it slide. I think it's terrible that you'll be racist in a way you say Muzako. Stop doing. Stop it. Oh, I will stop that now. That's one track. I'll tell you what, that might be quite amusing. Yeah, go on. Hopefully it won't kick up too much of a fuss. It isn't exactly full on sort of copyright free, but I don't necessarily think they'll flag it with a bit of luck anyway. Oh, blimey, we don't need that one in the middle there, so we'll remove that. And yes, so it's looking to sort of bring out a little bit of Grandia's blues. This is from the video game Rochard, or Rochard. I think it's probably Rochard. I think the way you pronounce it, you wouldn't just go Rochard. It's the Grandia's blues. Anyway, we will be back in approximately 5 to 6 minutes, where we will be doing some Enslaved Odyssey to the west. We will be seeing what the Pigsy mode is, The stream will go off and then come back on again. Well, hopefully come back on again. I like to separate the things on YouTube because, I don't know, it makes for a slightly better video if they're in neat little packages. It's not too bad with Twitch because they do chapters, but YouTube not quite so much, I don't think. Ooh, Grinders Blues picking up. Oh. I wasn't expecting lyrics, but anyway, back in 5-ish.
Hurting for the numbers in the captain's logs. And his evil ways. That is a man he don't tell. I see no way out of hell. Like she's away from home. Just my demons and I alone. This hammer, my key. This my wishing way out. I gotta find my way out of hell. Tired with the way I'm wired up to grinding hammer and the bitch called gravity with my baby back in Memphis. How do you propose to keep doing this? Sucking up to the mastermind till I lose my sanity with no more soul to sell. I see no way out of hell. Like she's away from home, just my demon. And I alone, this hammer, my key, this mind, my wishing way out. I gotta find my way out of hell. Yeah. Find my way out of hell. Like she's away from home, just my demons and I alone. This hammer, my key, this my wishing way out. I gotta find my